Hi everybody, my name is Claire and welcome to Design Tip Tuesday. So this week's design tip has to do with mixing and matching fabrics that appear in the same room. Now all of us want to have our rooms look like those gorgeous designer rooms that appear in the pages of home decor magazines. And one of the ways they achieve that look is by mixing and matching different fabrics in the same room. Now most of us don't know how to go about doing that. It can be an overwhelming task. So I'm going to kind of chunk it down for you and make it seem more manageable and less daunting. So the first thing that I want you to do is to select a very bold fabric. This fabric has to have a couple of components. So the first is that it has to have a print. The print needs to have at least 3 colors. So the print can be whatever you like. It can be a floral print, it can be a print with horses on it, it can be any kind of print, anything under the moon, but make sure it has at least 3 colors. And make sure you love it. There has to be no rhyme or reason as to why you love it. You just love it. So that's your first fabric. For your second fabric, I want you to pick another pattern fabric, but it's not going to be a bold pattern like the first fabric. It's going to be either a stripe or a check. Now I want you to refer back to your first fabric, which I'm going to be calling the main fabric. So refer back to the main fabric and find a color that exists in that fabric. Pull the color from that for your second fabric and select that in the check or the stripe. So now you have 2 fabrics that are different, but they're working together. For the third fabric, this is the easiest one by far. You just refer back to that main fabric, pick another color that you really like, and select that in a solid. So now you have 3 fabrics that are different, but they're all working together. There's a couple of other things I want to talk about, and that is, or the first is that there's different types of materials out there. There's cotton, there's linen, there's wovens, there's wools, and all of them have different characteristics about them. So for this example where we're using 3 different fabrics, let's say you want to do the solid fabric in a beautiful silk. Secondly, you want to do your stripe or your check in a linen fabric. And then maybe your last bold print could be done in a printed cotton. Now all of those fabrics working together are going to create some visual interest in your room. Next I want to talk about contrast. So you want to have all of your fabrics contrasting each other. You don't want them to all really look exactly the same because that's not very exciting. So your first main fabric is this bold fabric. So let's say that's your heaviest in color. The second fabric should be a medium color. And the third one should be a lighter color. We don't want you to select all really dark fabrics because then your room's going to feel really heavy. And then on the contrary, if you select all light fabrics, then your room might not seem that exciting. It might seem kind of dull and monochromatic. So make sure you have the variation and contrast happening in the fabrics. So that was design tip 5. I hope you found it useful. If you did, make sure to head on over to the website, www.clairehalldesign.com, and sign up for our mailing list. Then each and every Tuesday, you will be receiving a video of yours truly giving away free design advice. Thanks so much for watching and see you next week.